Hey team, today's video is on how to read a book and how I personally go about reading a book. So I think reading something that we learn as children, and it's not something a lot of us think about improving or working on as we get older. So over the last few years, I've tried a variety of different techniques because I love reading, but like everyone, it's easy to get distracted. You can get stuck on a book. So here's a few things that I do personally to punch through a book, and generally speaking I try to read a book every day or two, and I just love it just to, to find ideas, to unlock different strategies, and to learn from those people that have willingly shared their knowledge and that are experts in their field and are willing to share it for $20 to $30 via a book. I just think it's an amazing investment, and it's got so much upside and return on it. So back to my process for reading. What I've been doing lately is, if I really like the book, and I can generally figure that out after reading the introduction, I'll download a copy of that in iBooks. So I use iBooks, so you can use Kindle. I'll even look at maybe ordering a physical copy via eBay, or you could go and grab it from the library, or your local library. And then I also like getting the audiobook version if available through Audible. Now, the reason why I do this is I used to find that sometimes it would take me 2 months, 3 months, because I'd get stuck on a book and I wasn't dedicated to getting through it. So what I do now is I have a routine where I try to read for at least 1 hour every single day. And the way that I do this is I'm driving a fair bit throughout the day, so the audiobook's perfect for the car. I'll have it on while I'm cruising around. And then also when I'm at home, sometimes I'll sit there with the headphones in. I'll be listening to the book as an audiobook, but I'll also be following it on in the physical or iBook version as well. Now, the way that, so personally, I find that this works really well for me because it allows me to sit there following it audibly, and also I can follow it visually. And I've just found that most of the time I can get through books in around 2 to 3 hours using this method. I've also started skimming through books. So at the start of each book, I will have a look at the table of contents. I'll give it a quick flick through to see what the major concepts are. And then this just gives me an overall idea of what the author's trying to convey. And then I like to highlight and make notes for things that I'm going to action after reading those books. And I think this is a real key part to the process because there's so much great knowledge in a lot of these books and information that's shared with us. But where people miss the mark is that they don't have a system for actioning the real key parts for them at that period of their life when they're reading. Now, the best way that I do this is I use Evernote. I'll make a checklist and I'll just note down the key action points that I want to implement, and then I'll put them into Asana, which is my project management tool with a due date. And that way I can hold myself accountable to 3 to 5 key things that I've read and then actually experiment and put them into place. And it's an amazing way for development, and I've found that it works wonders for myself over the last 2 to 3 years. So a quick recap on this one. If you're struggling to get through books, schedule in a time, maybe half an hour every single day. Get a variety of different books, whether it's audio books, it's written, it's print. Find out what process works for you that's going to get you through the knowledge as quick as you can, and then make some actions around the big bits that you took away from that book. So love to hear your method, how you go about it. And if you're interested in learning a little bit more around reading and that process, even things like speed reading, I'm more than happy to make a couple more videos that are a bit more practical in nature. Cheers.